Hey, welcome back everybody. You're listening to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. I am your host. As always, it's Paul Motley here. And today, let's discuss about creating authority, all right? And reasons why we do this. Well, we want to create authority because ultimately, to grow our affiliate marketing business, especially if we're using organic methods, then having some authority can really make the difference between winning or losing. And when you have authority, you will find that people will come to you and they'll actively ask for your affiliate link for a program that you might be talking about, or a software or a tool or a solution or anything like that. So how do we build that authority in the first place? Well, if you're going to use organic methods, and I'm talking about non-paid methods and specifically about Facebook, then let's go into the details. Then I would say the best way to create authority is to help people. And this is part of the reason why I wanted to do this podcast in the first place, because I wanted to help as many people as possible, because I knew that not only do I get the satisfaction out of helping people and growing their businesses for them, but also getting them results as well. I mean, that's a huge part of it. And I've said this before in the podcast, and if it's your first time listening, then go ahead and make sure you subscribe, drop a review and all that good stuff, right? And ratings. Yeah, it all helps get the message out to more people. But getting authority really does make a difference, and getting people results really does make a difference. And I remember back to when I first started in my affiliate marketing journey, as far as like a company called ClickFunnels goes, that I spent a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time, helping people specifically with no real agenda. It was simply because people were asking specific questions within the Facebook groups that related to ClickFunnels, and because I'd learned it all myself, those questions which came up, I was able to provide solutions for and answers to them as well. And a lot of times I was able to do this via just answering posts on the Facebook groups themselves. Sometimes it required a little bit of a chit chat via direct message on Facebook, and in certain cases I hopped on a Zoom call for them as well. And I've got to tell you now, I mean, if I'd have took stock, and if I'd have thought about it at the time and started actually noting down how many conversations I had, how many Zoom calls I had, I could tell you now that quite easily the messenger conversations that I've had has been in the thousands, right? And the Zoom calls at least in the hundreds. And again, none of this was like, oh yeah, I'll tell you, but it costs you X, Y, and Z. No, none of that. Or I'll tell you and you have to buy from my link. None of that either. It was purely from the fact of giving. And I didn't realize at the time, but it was one of the things which actually created myself as a little, I don't know, I still get this like imposter syndrome, right? And I still think, am I an authority? I don't think I am. But other people have their thoughts on that one, so I'll leave that to that. But it is something that you can help build up your visibility, certainly as well. And also, building authority also, it's almost like a crowd follows a crowd, so that when people see you interacting, and whether it's interviews, whether it's talking to or being featured by or being mentioned by other people which are, I would say, higher up in the chain, so they already have the authority, that's where you can come from an aspect of borrowed authority. So, I've had people on the podcast before, like Brian Delaney, Jacob Karras, Greg Jeffries, other people. There's so many different people. I mean, literally, I think I posted on my Facebook the other day, and I listed out everyone that's come on the podcast. And, excuse me, and each of them, I'm almost borrowing authority from them because they have an audience, and it's, just having them on my show is helped me in some way or form, or just from the fact of just chatting to them has helped me personally as well, because I just get so much out of it as well. It really excites me to talk to these people, especially when they're like way up the chain than I ever could be or ever am. And that's the sort of thing that you can do as well. I mean, case in point, right? As a buddy of mine online, I'm going to give a shout out because he's a super awesome guy. RJ Ahmed, yeah? He has created this Dream 100 interviews, right? So he's actually been out there and he's come from nowhere, right? Literally nowhere, right? I remember having a conversation with him about 19 months ago. I was on a Facebook call with him for about 45 minutes, talking to him and telling him exactly why he should be using ClickFunnels to help grow his business. And, you know, he was skeptic. It was a lot of money for him at the time. I mean, I think he was living in Saudi Arabia and he's since moved to Pakistan. And it was a lot, you know, just to have that, you know, the tool that was ClickFunnels was a lot of money for him. It was a big deal. And coming back now, he's now doing interviews with, you know, 6, 7, 8-figure earners. So he's borrowing authority from there. So people start looking at him and he's created a program, which is, you know, amazing, showing you how you can get that authority as well. Now, I'm not affiliated with it at all, but I just wanted to put this out there and show you that anybody can do this, right? And when you have an audience and you build that audience through the borrowed authority method, then it really can make a difference, right? It really can. So that's one of the cool things about affiliate marketing is that it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter your track record or anything else like that. Anything's possible. And it's really exciting to think about that, okay? I mean, we all talk about like the whole 6 degrees of separation. Now, you know, when you start thinking about connections and the connections that you have online or wherever it is in your life, it's amazing to think who you're only a few steps away. Now, I know, like, this is giving you an example. I know a guy who knows a guy who is right next to Elon Musk. How crazy is that, right? It's really crazy. I also know a guy who is right next to a guy who is Russell Brunson's right-hand man. That's crazy too, right? You know, and I have conversations with these people. And just to think, you know, it's only like one connection away. It's like, you know, the whole thing of like, oh, you're only one funnel away or you're only one idea away. Sometimes you can only be one connection away from making your business absolutely explode. So I just want you to think about that for a second and, you know, just dream big, guys. Seriously, dream big and, you know, absolutely crush it. We're heading into Q4 and, you know, 2020, and then it's been a good year, a bad year, whatever you want to think about it. But for us as online marketers, it has been a great year because more people are actively looking to try and earn money online. And when we're providing the solutions and the inspiration and the know-how and teachings to help people grow their businesses online, then obviously that's a good thing. So, you know, just think about that for a second, and I want you to really, really go for it this week. And yeah, keep pushing on, guys. Well, anyway, that's me out for tonight. It's a shorter one, but, you know, I just wanted to share those few little stories with you, and hopefully you'll listen again tomorrow. We'll be back. Always be back every single day. Remember that. And I am out. Yeah.